Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Hurricane Watchman is here with a winter weather update. We got a massive winter weather update to talk about today. Is Saturday, December 10th, 2022. We have a major winter storm coming in, and I don't want to scare anybody or anything, but I do want to talk about it and talk about what we are, in fact, expecting to see with this system. So as you can see, here it is. You can see lots of heavy snow here along the west coast and the northwest coast of the United States. This is already unfolding. Lots of heavy snow. You can really see right down here. Very unstable air mass. Very, very heavy snow and heavy amounts of rain. This is, a little bit of, in fact, and actually a good thing, really, because they need those snowpacks for the mountains for later on. Once we get into wildfire season, that's really going to help kind of keep the wildfires at bay a little bit once we get into that time period. So you can kind of see that. Lots of heavy snow, possibly even some thunder snow. Looks like the jet stream is kind of tilted like this. That's a negative tilt right there. Negative tilt right here. On those downstream winds, you get divergence in the upper levels of the atmosphere, I think at 34,000 feet. You get the molecules spreading apart. What do you get? You get a vacuum. You get more lift in the atmosphere, so you can get molecules rising higher, and you're going to have an unstable atmosphere, and there's a possibility where we could see some thunder snow in California and Nevada. That's something I'm going to be watching. Very, very interesting stuff going on. Lots of heavy snow. Something I do want to point out is the low level pressure is going to relocate itself farther east, and with it, it's going to bring all this moisture with it. Now, this is when it becomes very, very interesting because you can see the area of low pressure here. It is feeding all this moisture in from the south, the Gulf of Mexico. Currently, from what we're seeing, the Gulf of Mexico, the sea surface temperature anomalies are well above average, 3, 4, 5 degrees above average, mainly about 2 to 3 degrees above average. The sea surface temperatures are well above average, and it is actually hot water. We're talking 70, 75, 80, 82 degree surface temperatures out there over the Gulf of Mexico. So it's feeding all this moisture. And because it's feeding all this moisture in the atmosphere, you got warm air in front of it, you got colder air behind it, you get an unstable amount of temperature gradient, you're going to have an unstable atmosphere. Cold air, warm air really close to each other, you're going to get that unstable atmosphere. You're going to get this unstable energy moving into this pocket of humid, warm, unstable air mass, and it's going to lead to possibly we could see something dealing with some sort of severe weather outbreak. We're still going to be watching what we see here. Now, something I want to point out too is notice how close these isobars are together. There's relatively quite a bit of isobars within a generally smaller distance. That shows when you have a deep air pressure gradient, those are strong winds. When you look at a hurricane on a isobar weather map, those isobars are packed tightly together, indicating that there is a deep air pressure gradient. Very strong winds near that eye wall. It's similar when we're dealing with cyclonic upper level winter storms, like this system. You got that comma shape, you got the frontal boundary here, could have some severe weather down here, you're gonna have cold, you're going to have snow farther up north, and behind it, you're going to have some snow. You got that cold air pulling in from the south. You got high pressure to the northwest of it. You're going to have winds blowing in from the north here. You're going to have winds blowing in from the south here, feeding in the severe weather event down here. You're going to have strong, gusty winds from the north. You're going to have blizzard conditions. Blizzard doesn't just mean a lot of snow at once. It means blowing snow. And that is what impedes your vision. That impedes your ability to see X amount of distance ahead of you. So that is what the technically the definition of a blizzard is: blowing snow. That weakens. Now notice how this blows. This is much farther forward. Now the models aren't exactly sure. Every other model run they'll show it. Sometimes they don't. It had been showing another area of low pressure developing over the southeastern United States. Like that. And now this time, it shows it blowing away and moving away from the United States, which is good. It had been showing it moving up the East Coast and intensifying right there near New York, in Long Island. Sometimes it was showing it just off the coast of Cape Cod, and it was a tight air temperature, air pressure gradient. And then we were talking, it was like looking like 70-mile-an-hour winds there. Now, thankfully, we're not seeing that. We're still gonna have to watch how this plays out because, again, you know, we're talking over 130 hours out from now. We're talking several days. This is literally the Thursday, December 15th. It is literally only the 10th. So this is quite a few days out from now. That just happened. I changed the runtime by accident. Okay, it clearly just updated. That's what happened. So this is currently what we're watching right now. I want to go to the National Weather Service and just sort of give a brief update on what we're looking at here with this right now. I'm actually going to put this on full screen so we can see everything a little bit better. So this is what we're looking at here. A potential potent storm to impact California and the West this weekend. So you can see winter storm warnings in Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Idaho. So we're watching winter storm warnings already in effect. We could even see blizzard warnings come into effect here not too long from now. This is currently what they're saying. A winter storm, a potent storm will dig down the California coastline into the southwest this weekend with heavy to excessive rainfall along the Golden State, coastal areas, and widespread heavy snow from the Sierra into much of the Intermountain West. This system will become a large-scale and significant storm next week across the central and southern United States with heavy snow, heavy rain, and severe weather. So the severe weather is another part of this storm. Right now we're just looking at the winter aspect and the heavy amount of snow in the Sierra Nevada region. And that could be an entire event there too. Dangerous mountain traveling here. We could be seeing, how much snow are we talking about? Extreme amounts of snow. I'm going to actually zoom this in. Some areas, 48 to 60 inches of snow. Farther up north, we may not see as much, but this is in the mountain areas. And so we're going to see lots more snow. You know, in the snow levels, 4,000 to 5,500 feet today, and then lower to 25 to 3,500 feet on Sunday. So we're currently watching right exactly where this here in the Sierra Nevada area. Lots of heavy snow in that area. And that is something that is a little bit concerning because of just how much snow is going to fall. It's going to depend on the moisture content in the atmosphere. And right now, we're seeing that moisture content in the atmosphere 70, 80, 90% percentiles, in the 90th percentile. There's also going to be lots of rain with this also. We could be seeing there's a moderate amount of rain also. 3 to 4 inches of rain, up to 5 inches of rain. Isolated areas could see up to half a foot. But with the majority 1 to 2, 2.5 inches of rain for a majority of the northern area of California. Sierra Nevada, I would say 2 to 4 inches of rain is what I would expect. So that's currently closely what we're watching. Okay, there we go. Now this is a whole entire thing here that I don't want to read everything out to you because it's obviously boring. But the main takeaway from this is going to be the heavy snow for right now. That's mainly what I wanted to talk about, the heavy snow and the winter weather conditions. Ice, sleet, strong winds, heavy rain, lots of snow definitely there in California. Could be dealing with, we're saying 40 to 60 inches. And this is going to be a moderately to a quick moving system. So you could say several inches per hour, 4 or 5 inches an hour probably wouldn't surprise me. Say 4 or 5 inches an hour. That's still quite a bit of snow. So on the moderate side, 2-3 inches an hour for sure. But right now, definitely this is going to be a big winter weather event. I'm going to closely be monitoring it. we'll continue to do as many updates as we possibly can. I do want to also talk about the severe weather aspect of this. So even at day 3, not really anything going on. Maybe a marginal risk of severe weather there in Oklahoma and Texas. But the 4 through 8 is where I'm mostly concerned about. Alright, they already got that 30% hatched out area right there. There's a way you could just do day 4. So day 4 is the biggest risk that we are worried about, December 13th to December 14th. So we're going to have that moisture feeding in from the Gulf of Mexico. I also want to look at that and explain to y'all what is going on here with the moisture. So we go analysis tools and go to ocean analysis, and we take a look at the sea surface temperature anomalies for the Western Atlantic. Here we go. You can see the anomalies 2.8, 3.6 degrees above average along the upper Texas coast. It's a little bit cooler than average, but really over the entire Gulf of Mexico, we're seeing above average. We're going to get lots of, it's going to be that cold front coming through, and it's going to be pulling this moisture in. And as that cold front moves across, there's going to be an unstable atmosphere over Louisiana and Mississippi because of that moisture moving northward, because it's pulling it from the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to see a lot of unstable atmosphere, and we could see a severe weather outbreak certainly occur. So, what to take away from this? Let me just quickly go over this and talk about what we could be seeing in terms of severe weather. The agreement amongst various models, which we've already talked about, and reasonable run-to-run consistency, which we have seen, leads continued confidence that a severe weather event of noteworthy proportions should occur Tuesday, bounded by an area roughly extending from the Ozarks to the Gulf Coast and from East Texas to western Mississippi. I really want to talk about there's a high shear, high favorability for strong updraft rotation expected across the area, suggests for risk of tornadoes and accompanying severe hazards will likely evolve near the south of a warm frontal zone, which this time appears likely to lie across the Arkansas, lower Mississippi Valley and vicinity in the east of advancing cold front. So that's what we're watching right now. Now this is still several days out. We're currently just monitoring what is currently happening with this system. So this is the current radar with what we have. As you can see, there is snow across. There is snow in Washington State, Oregon, California. There's already snow in California now. And this is something we're currently and closely monitoring, and what we could continue to see here. Again, in Sierra Nevada, farther in this area, already seeing that rain, even some sleet beginning to develop there, where that rain, snow, and sleet sort of mixing together. Lots of heavy rain making its way into California right now. We move up farther north, we even got some snow making its way into southern Idaho. We are closely monitoring everything that is currently developing and taking shape. We're going to continue to give more updates on this. This is going to be a big system. This could even develop into a nor'easter, but that is still pretty far down the road in the development of this system. There's a lot that we have to watch and carefully understand and explain. Right now, there's heavy snow, and there's going to be lots of heavy snow there in the Sierra Nevada area. Up to 60 inches of snow. I would certainly say over a foot of snow is most likely in the majority of the entire Sierra Nevada area. But right now, heavy snow, strong winds, blizzard conditions are going to be expected as this continues to make its way east. We will do more updates on this. We're also be doing weather updates on Invest 92W, the South Indian Ocean, and tropical weather updates are going to continue to come out from us. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're going to put out more updates about this winter weather throughout the entire duration of this storm. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe out there. As always, peace out.